Hello, hello. How are we doing? Are you ready for some Pilates to warm through your entire body, mobilize your joints, and to make you feel a little bit less stiff, make you feel more invigorated and more free in yourself? All you need is yourself and your mat for this workout. I hope you're feeling fit and well to do so, and do whatever level feels appropriate for you and rest whenever you need to. And of course, stay hydrated and comfortable. All right then, let's get going. So we're going to come into our neutral position first. We find the hip bones, take a look down, make sure the knees and the ankles are directly underneath the hips. Take a little bend in the knees, hands wrap around the pelvis, and we're just going to rock the pelvis forward and back. Whilst we do so, we don't want to be pushing it too much into the outside of the legs. Think of your feet as having four corners: big toe, little toe, inside of the heel, outside of the heel. Those 4 points we want to have in contact with the ground when we are doing any work. We want that even contact as well. We don't want to be pushing outside, drawing in. We want to be getting that neutral stimulation of the inside, the medial, and the outside, the lateral part of the body. So whilst we're here, we're loosening off through the lumbar region of the back, engaging through the deep abdominals as we exhale, close, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, close, inhale, lengthen. So as we exhale, we naturally contract the pelvic floor, diaphragm, and have that 360 contraction around the midsection. So we want to enhance that with and utilize that with exercise. So whenever we exercise, as we exhale, we exert ourselves. So carrying on, hands to the bottom of the rib cage, keep the ribs still. We swirl around one way, swirl the other. Now as we do the swirl, think about how it feels in your back, how it feels in your knees, in your ankles. So it's not just about this midsection we're thinking about, we're just establishing things right now. We're just warming up, warming through. And of course, that lumbar region of the back can be a sticking point for a lot of people. So we start by moving there, engaging the deep abdominals, then we are set, ready to work through the extremities. All right, one more either way. And then lengthen out through the legs. Drive the pelvis into neutral, swirl 3 points of the pelvis looking forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, open out through the chest. Inhale, lift your gaze. Exhale, keep the gaze lifted as you open out. So as we open out through the chest, we pull the shoulder blades together, bring the arms behind. We don't want to be coming into a lordotic position. We are inhaling to lift and exhaling to open, engaging through the shoulder blades, through the scapula. Let's go one arm at a time with some rotation. And again, reach up and open. So keep the hand in your eye line as we go as well. Don't worry about keeping the pelvis looking directly forward, because we can maneuver, allow ourselves a little bit more flexibility, varying slightly as we go. All right, one more each way. We're going to reach up over the head into lateral flexion one way, bring it back and over to the other side. And again, exhale as we go in. So as we reach over, it's not just reaching over, we think about tilting out through the rib cage to get the QL a little bit more, to get into the obliques. TFL gets a little bit of love here as well as we reach up and over. So little change as we reach up and over. So we reach over and then slight tilt forward. You're going to feel that in your back. So we reach over, slight tilt forward. You're going to feel it here in your back, in that QL. And that, again, is a big sticking point for a lot of people. That short, wide muscle, when that gets tight, can create that stiffness or contribute to that stiffness in your back. All right, reach both arms up. Exhale, drop the head around the shoulders. And we're going to roll down. So we think about knocking off vertebra by vertebra. Feel that lengthening in the backs of the legs. Tip a little bit more weight forward into the balls of the feet. Again, all 4 points of your foot on the floor. Again, roll up. Pelvis into neutral, chest proud, reaching all the way up. Reopen, drop the head around the shoulders and go again. Dangle your arms, drop your head. You want it to feel like a dead weight. Roll back up, and again, all of your own accord. You roll down and you roll up. Release through your glutes as you go. Rolling up. All right, come into making sure you're at the back of the mat. We reach up. Now we roll down. This time, walk forward into down dog. You have down dog as an upside down V position. Palms of the hands on the floor like suction cups. Spread the fingers to a weight distribution, but we're not squeezing the fingers to the floor. Drive the heels towards the floor. Doesn't matter that they're not touching. Walk it in. Bend the knees if you need to, and then roll up. Same again, reach all the way up. Let's get a little bit more dynamic about this. Drop the head around the shoulders. Let's roll down. Walk forward into down dog. Enjoy that stretch of the back of the legs. Again, walk it in. Roll up. Now let's start adding into this. So reach all the way up. Stay at the back of your mat. Come into a lat pull for 3, 2, 1. Lift all the way up. Circle the arms, drop the head around the shoulders again. And walk forward into down dog. Just hold your down dog. Again, palms on the ground. Feel the hands like suction cups to the floor. Walk it back in. Bend the knees if you need to, and then roll up. Knees looking forward. Reach all the way up into neutral, and then our 3, 2, 1 for the lat pull. Reach up, circle down. So we're getting the upper body moving. We're loading up through the upper body, loading up through the shoulders. Getting the lats involved, getting them awake. Again, roll up. Okay, so this time, reach all the way up. Again, 3 pulses. Reach up. Lateral flexion one way. Lateral flexion the other way. Circle down and go again. Walk forward into your down dog. Feel that lovely stretch of the down dog. We're going to have a little change coming up. Walking in. Roll back up. Into neutral all the way up to the ceiling. 3 pulls. Reach up. Lateral flexion one way. Then the other way. Circle the arms back into a squat. And again. Reach up. 3 lat pulls. 1, 2, 3. Reach up. Lateral flexion. And lateral flexion. Circle the arms back. Establish that proud chest. 2 squats. Let's go again. So we're getting thoroughly warm. Getting upper body mobility, getting lower body mobility, I should say. Well, let's add in a little bit of balance now. So our 3 pulls down. Lateral flexion. One side then the other. Circle, 2 squats. Let's add a knee lift. And squat and knee lift on the other side. Same again. So we are going to build on this. 3 lat pulls. Proud in the chest, lateral flexion. And again, reaching up high as you go. Circle down, 2 squats. With a knee lift. Squat and knee lift. Let's go again. One more time with the arms. And then we'll shift more to the legs. Arms are getting tired, right? So we're feeling a little bit more in the arms. So we have our knee lift, squat, and knee lift. So let's come into squat, knee lift, hold, but then open, close, and lower. Same again the other side. So we're moving more into hip mobility, hip work. Feet are just outside the hips if you need. Open, close, whoops. So we're going to have a little change when it comes to the legs. So you can stick with opening and closing, or you can join me in lifting, circling through, and then pop back down. So we squat, lift, circle, and then down. All the while the core is kicking in. Now if you are sticking your bum out as we do this, that's shortening here and lengthening here, and it's the abdominals that need to be contracting along with the hip flexors to enable the knee lift, provide support while we do the circle. Good stuff. All right, couple more. Starting to feel a little bit more awake in the legs. A little bit more movement going on. Plant the feet. Little pedal push. So as we pedal push, big toes stay on the floor. We don't splay out to the side. We look forward. So you want to feel that along the longitudinal arch of the foot as well. That come to the back of the mat. We're going to come down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, open. Drop the head around the shoulders. Let's roll all the way down. Tip that little bit more weight into the balls of the feet. Walk forward into down dog and hold. Again, feel that wonderful stretch in your hamstrings. Onto all fours. Arch out through the spine and sit back into child's pose. Doesn't that feel lovely? So when we sit back in child's pose, we want to emphasise the arching out of the lower back, the lumbar spine. So we come up onto all fours, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. So we're not pushing back. In fact, we're pushing forward, retracting through the shoulder blades. So you're going to feel it firing up in your lats around about here. So we go opposite arm to leg. Elbow meets knee underneath the torso. Opposite arm to leg. Then bring back down. As you bring back down, hand and knee touch the floor at the same time. Same again on the other side. Let's go. So we exhale to exert. We're making the arm and leg as long as possible, reaching as far away from the tips of the fingers to the tips of the toes. And then we exhale in particular when we bring the elbow and knee to meet each other. So we're going to have a little bit of rotation going on. So extend, elbow meets knee, extend again. Keep the leg extended, but then bend the knee without dropping the knee. Reach behind, aiming for the foot, don't worry if you don't touch. Same again the other side. Elbow meets knee under the torso, extend, bend the knee, tap the toe, extend and bring it down. So core contraction, glute work, hamstring work, balance, lots of balance. I like a bit of balance. If you've done Pilates with me before, you know I like my balance work. Very important, balance coordination. We need that for longevity. Without balance, we can falter. All right, one more each side. Big exhales as we go. Last one. Wonderful. Bring it down. Arch out through the back and sit back again into child's pose. So that lovely, lovely stretch. All right then, onto your bum. Let's do some posterior chain work as well. So deep core, hamstring, glute work. Legs going to be looking forward. Plant your sit bones onto the floor, pelvic floor pull. So we've got that tip going on with the pelvis. Shoulders back. So we're going to roll halfway back. Lift, forward fold. Bring the hands behind, bend the knees, legs aren't together, they are hip distance apart. Press into the heels of the hands and lift up into reverse tabletop. We come back down and go again. So press both your sit bones to the floor, tip the pelvis, roll halfway, reach up, forward fold, come back up, hands behind, fingertips look at your bum, bend the knees and come up into reverse tabletop. Let's go again. So rolling back. Take your time with this. We don't want to throw ourselves into moves. We want to take our time. We go again. So we don't bring the legs together. The inner thighs can communicate as though they're trying to squeeze together. That's actually going to help with the pelvic floor engagement, because the inner thighs, the adductors, are attached to the same point the rectus abdominis and the transverse abdominis are. So, by getting the inner thighs connected, pelvic floor is going to communicate a little bit better. Okay, a little change coming up. Hands go behind. Option, you can still bend the knees or keep the legs straight and come up into reverse plank. Come back down and go again. Pelvic tilt, roll halfway. I know the abdominals are starting to feel now, right? They're feeling alive. Oh, I hope so. Go back and lift. Right, we're going to do that twice more before we come down to the ground. Fully down to the ground, where we actually get to lie down. Yay, I can hear you say, the best bit. All right, one more time. Roll down to the point where you feel that you won't be able to return, but you can just about return. Forward fold. And then up we come one last time. Reverse tabletop or reverse plank. We then roll all the way down. Keep your feet on the floor. Draw out through the back. Take a full body stretch. We then bend the knees. Okay, arms by your sides. Let's shuffle down onto the mat. Arms by your sides. And let's get that pelvic tilt going again. So we had all 3 points of the pelvis looking towards the ceiling, that neutral spine and that even distance between the pelvis and the rib cage. So have a little shuffle around, bit of a wiggle, and then settle into that point. So from here, option 1, we extend one leg, exhale, bring the leg up, bring it back down, slide it back in. Same again the other side. So as one leg slides out, the other leg is pressed a little bit into the floor, so you've got that contact with the ground. Excuse me. To extend, lift, lower and bring it in. So up to you if you want to go with level 1. So this is level 1. Next option, arms up for level 2. Extend the leg. Bring the leg up. Reach both arms over the head. Then as you slide the leg back in, bring the arms back up. Extend. Bring the leg up. Extend both arms over the head as you extend the leg down. And then as you slide the leg back in, bring the arms up. Same again. Extend. Lift. Open all the way through. Bring it back in. One more time. And then we will move on to the progression. If you want to stay here, you can stay here. Option, hands by your sides. Bring the legs up into tabletop. We extend one leg, drop it to the floor, bring it back up and lower. Same again the other side. Lift, extend, lift and lower. So we extend the leg, good contraction through the quad. Keep the legs straight as you lower and lift. Sometimes you want to feel like you want to bend the knee. This is going to put a lot of strain on the hip flexors. So keep the legs straight as you go. Next option, bring the arms up. So we extend the leg, reach the arms over the head as you drop the leg, bring it all back up, rebend again. Extend the leg to the ceiling, keep it straight, drop that hip away from the rib, all the way back up and down. So take your time with this. Exhale on the exertion, which is, we exhale, slow exhale all the way out, continue the exhale all the way in. Reset, take a breath, establish that contact in your core and exhale all the way down, continue all the way up. If you want a little bit more of this, what do you say? Should we progress a little bit more? So we do the left leg, the right leg, and then extend both legs and drop down to where you feel is capable for you but challenging. The only thing we don't want to be doing at that point is arching the back away from the floor. We need to keep the back where it is. We don't want to smoosh it to the floor, but we need to keep it in contact and keep it neutral. Extend, open, close and lower. Let's go both legs. Big exhale on the way out. Continue the exhale on the way in. Now that last part of the exhale is so important because you come into the end of your breath, and that, my friends, is where that deep communication comes from. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Big exhale. Keep exhaling. Exhale, 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 exhale. Good stuff. 2 more times. I know you're feeling it now. We're going to come into some rotations after we've finished this one. Big push now. Pelvic floor pull. Exhale. Draw the abdominals in. Good stuff. Bring it all down. Take a full body stretch. All right, bend the knees, bend the arms by your sides and then out in a capital T, palms to the ceiling. Relax the arms. Feet again at hip distance. So we're going to roll up through the spine into shoulder bridge. We're just going to use it as a counterpose for what we've just done. We've just worked the hip flexors quite considerably. So let's ease them off. Then roll down. Lift the heels off the floor, keep the toes on. Knees together. Drop the legs over to one side. Feel that wonderful stretch through the obliques, then over to the other side. Then bring it back in. Feet down, knees apart again. Roll up into shoulder bridge. Remember, all 4 parts of the foot in contact with the floor. Roll down. Lift the heels, knees together, drop to the side. Think about elongating between the pelvis and the rib. You're stretching through there, dropping that pelvis to lengthen those obliques. Wonderful. Let's do this 2 or 3 more times. This is just to feel a little bit looser around the hips, around the midsection, and particularly those hip flexors. All right, 1 more time through before we come into a little bit of mindfulness, a bit of stretching, and then we will be done. Easy as that, quick as that. Pull the knees into the chest without crossing the ankles. Ease it off. And then drop the feet to the floor, soles of the feet together. Open your knees, open the arms.
I want to be with you
And
forever.
take a deep breath. This time we move into the relaxation breath, where we don't exhale to engage, we exhale to relax. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, allow your shoulders to melt away from your ears. The arms to drop into the floor. The fingers to gently curl. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, allow your back to soften into the support of the mat and your pelvis to relax. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, your inner thighs soften and let go. Your knees drop, your calves release, and your toes turn loose. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, your face becomes expressionless. You enjoy the stillness. You revel in the peace. You feel your breath. Feel your belly rise and fall. You take a deep breath in and a slow breath out. We do 3 more breaths before we come out of this. Deep breath in and slow breath out. Deep breath in.
You're perfect, you're perfect, you're perfect, you're perfect, you're perfect.
And slow breath out. One more time. Deep breath in. And slow breath out. This time, as we inhale, we think about preparing. And as we exhale, we close the knees. Bring the knees into the chest and wrap the arms around them. Rolling side to side. We're either rolling onto our side then to seated, or straight up to seated. Partially crossed legs. Reaching up over the head into lateral flexions. Reminding the spine what we can do. Into rotations. Again, just to the point where you find I can just about reach there. Taking your time and bringing the hands forward, uncrossing the legs onto all fours, rolling through the spine. Again, mobilizing through. One more each way. For arching the spine, tucking the toes, come up into down dog. We do 6 pedal pushes. Then full down dog. Drop the head away from the shoulders. Feel that wonderful stretch in the hamstrings and the calves, into the feet. You then walk the hands in towards the feet, bending the knees as you need to. And then in your own time, without the knees caving in, roll up through your spine, vertebra by vertebra, one at a time, coming back into neutral, reaching up, all the way up. Open the chest, throw the arms. Stepping in, inhale, reach up, exhale down, inhale up, and again. Exhale down, inhale up, one more time, all the way down, all the way up. Open your heart, palms to the ceiling, and give yourself a round of applause. Thank you for joining me for that one. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you feel looser, more mobile, more ready for your day. You take care, and I'll see you for the next one.